I wanted to show you how you could register for your classes and what that looks like. So first you want to log in, and actually let me just show you how did I even get to Campus Web. I could start out at franklinpierce.edu, Franklin Pierce, and then up here it says Campus Web. So that could be one way that I get there. Another way is if you're on the RaveNet, ravenet.franklinpierce.edu, then it will say Campus Web. I believe students look slightly different, but either way, you're getting to Campus Web. And once you're in Campus Web, log in. This will be, in general, it's your last name and first initial. Just note that it doesn't have the at Franklin Pierce part. And then make sure that you have your password. If you don't yet, IT has sent it to your email address. So when you log in, I just want to show you that, see how right away it's just coming up and saying complete the financial responsibility agreement form. So you would just go in there and you would click on that and you would scroll down. I mean, of course, read it all, but it's just saying make sure that you pay. So you would say I agree and submit. If you tried to register, if you go to students and advising and registration, it tells you right here again, complete the financial responsibility agreement form. So again, you would just go in there, scroll down and do I agree. And you can see there should also be a page that opens up that says personal information, and that's like your name and address, and you need to complete that as well. If I was looking for what I wanted to do, advising and registration, I'm following these breadcrumbs back because if you hit back, it instantly yells at you and doesn't like that at all. But say that we were going to add and drop classes. I'm just walking this backwards to advising and registration. But we could browse courses here on the side. I'll show you that in 1 second. I also want to show you that here, these are my course needs. And this is also useful, especially when you get down the line. This is telling you view all details. And when you do, you get to this advising worksheet, and you can see that this student has things going on, like they've transferred information in, they've taken some classes, and this is telling you some important information. So it's telling you in all you're going to need 120 credits. It's telling you to start with this, the GLE 110. In like new students also start with the GLE 101. You have to take 2 courses that have an art and design prefix, art and design courses. You have to take 3 that are in the humanities cluster. You need to take a math. You can hang on to that math though for this first semester. You do have to take 2 natural sciences labs, 2 social sciences labs, and then whatever your major is, that information will appear here. And you want to take them in order, especially if you're a first year student. Start with things that are 100 or at most 200 level. You really don't want to get into the 300 or 400 levels until you're a junior or senior. All right, so we're in there. The way that we would look for classes is by going into Browse Courses. We want to make sure that we're in the right semester, which is 2026. If we were looking for online classes, which we probably aren't, we would be in term 1. We might be in term 2. We might also be looking for summer 1 or summer 2. These are the old summer 1s and summer 2s. You can see they're 25, 26, but this is what we want to be in right now, this 26, 27 fall. We want to make sure that these are open, so make sure that you're saying that they're open, that you want the course to be open. If you have certain things, like say you can only meet on Monday, Wednesday, Friday between something and something, then you would fill in those times between, I don't know, 9 and 12, because then you have your athletic event or something like that. So for now, we're just going to leave that blank and say meets on any days, but we do want it to be open. And we want to do course code, and we want to say, if we're looking for something in particular, we're going to say course code contains. If we're trying to get those GLEs, like if we're looking for an art and design, we would say course code contains, and we would say AD, and we would do a search. And if we are going to add these, just keep in mind that you want to have different prefixes here. Like you could take this COM, you could take this DS, you just couldn't take 2 DSs or 2 FAs. And to add a course, you would just click on add, and then you would say add courses. So you would do add, and then you would add courses. We're going to search again for a second, and I'm just going to show you the other course codes. For humanities, it's HM, and you need 3 humanities courses. For a social science, it's SS. And for a natural sciences lab, it's NS. For a math, it's an MT. And just make sure that you are speaking with your advisor about which math course to add. Like in particular, if you're a psych major, you don't want to be taking these courses because you have your own psych math that will count as your math. And be careful taking this, it won't count. See how it doesn't actually have the MT at the end? This won't count as your math. It has to have the MT at the end. This just came up because MT is the prefix also. All right, so you're adding your classes by just clicking there and then saying add courses. And I think that's it. Let me just look at your courses again. Yep, so remember that you're taking GLE 110. If you're a first year student, GLE 101, you can start to fill in these AD, HM, NS, SS classes, and then start with the first class that's listed here under your major. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your advisor. Your advisor is listed up here. Mine is just fake, so it just says test faculty, but yours will list your actual advisor. And you're always welcome to reach out to new student advising at franklinpierce.edu. Thank you.